another episode of the LifeBLifeNPodcast.
I'm Sanice.
And I'm Yen. And we're your hosts.
Hey. Girl, we started a podcast.
We did. We are finally here.
We are.
Recording our first episode. Tell us about this journey, about getting here, because...
Yeah.
Girl.
So, it was something. So, we've experienced some things, getting to this moment.
Mhm.
But, I mean, it's rewarding and we're here. So, it already started with our photo shoot for
Cheers
to the podcast. And, like, everything that could have went wrong kind of went wrong. But then, again, God is good.
Okay, he showed up.
And did. Showed up and showed out. Y'all, an hour before our shoot, the studio space canceled because they had got their floors done the day before our photo shoot. Like, wait. And Yen and I was playing phone tag. I was trying to keep my composure, keep my cool. And y'all, the funny part is this. Yen decided she wanted to do a 24-hour fast. Tell them about this.
Okay, so yes, I reached out to her. I don't know, anybody that know me know I fast all the time. I always detox, I always fast. So I thought it was important for us to fast the day before because I just wanted everything to kind of flow and just God to be in the midst of everything and kind of order our steps.
Right.
However, even though we fasted and I wanted that outcome, it didn't happen like that because God is so funny.
And life be life, right? Hence the name of the podcast, Life Be Life. Yeah.
So yeah, he just basically tried to teach us a lesson, the test, to see, are we practicing what we're preaching? So we're trying to put out and impact the world by showing up, in our daily lives and show us how we navigate through life.
Right.
And then he decided to test us.
Right. It's okay, he did test us and a lot happened, but I can't say he was with us the whole time. Like, we was blessed to make sure that, God provided us with a photographer who she was excited about our vision. And so even when I had to call her, give her the bad news, she was willing to help us get a new location. And she also moved her time so that she could still film with us. But even so, after we did secure the next location, we still used up like 30 minutes, 40 minutes of our time just setting up and finally parking. Y'all know Atlanta parking is horrible.
Downtown, y'all gotta do better. And this is like a apartment. What is a condo or apartment? I don't know what
studio,
a loft.
One of those.
Come on now. Street parking, it's nowhere to park. How many people living in that building? Like, y'all gotta do better. Downtown, that's why I don't drive downtown.
I hate downtown too. Like,
girl,
it's funny because a lot of people y'all still like to come here, and I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, us natives people who've been living here all our lives, like, other than the popular events and things that are constantly going on, the best thing for you to do is catch the train or ride the bus, honey. Because trying to drive downtown is ghetto.
Yeah, catch your Uber.
Yes, Uber and Lyft.
It's so many one ways. Like, literally.
It's so
anybody
confusing.
Know me, I don't like driving downtown. I will not. I don't understand it. Like, no.
It's a mess. But we are here. We are here. We are here. And the crazy part is literally like that whole experience with the whole photo shoot situation. It was just a test because God gave us this vision. We prayed about it. We asked him, Lord, be in the midst of this thing, protect our brand, things like that. And like she said, we have to practice what we preach. So when we say, Lord, I trust you, he tested us to see if we trusted him. And we did. I was losing it. But I would say, y'all, get you a partner, that one that God has also given a vision to when you have something that you're looking to do, or just having good people in your life, period. Because I thank God for Yen, because she was peaceful, she was calm, and her peace, it came on to me and it helped me keep my composure. The only reason why it really hit me a little bit more because I'm a creative, like I'm a designer. And, I've done some photography and different things like that. I'm all things creative. So, when you have a vision, you need to see it through. And so when everything started going wrong, you start to panic. You start to panic.
But yeah, we definitely gave it our yes still. We kept our best foot forward and we continued on with our photo shoot. We got another space. Our photographer showed up, we were able to get the photos done, and then we tried to film an episode, like at least an introduction episode, but we were so pressed on time, so things got crazy. But that whole day just taught us, like, no matter what, even though we say, oh yeah, trust God, we could tell y'all trust God, but no, we need to actually mean it, and we have to live by it too, because he will okay, you trust me, okay, let me see,
absolutely,
let me see what you're gonna do when I tell you, oh, you don't have that space no more, after you done planned this photo shoot for this time, got your makeup done, let me see, your skin might be a little oily, but shoot, let me see if you still gonna pursue these, and still take these pictures or still record this episode, like what you gonna do? So
but we passed the test, y'all. We did, and one thing my mom always tell me, she say, look, God looks at how you respond, because things could have been worse. He could have snatched away our blessings and things like that, because we relied too much on our own understanding, or if we would have just lost it and gave up and quit.
Right. So, or get discouraged. Yeah. Because that's the way the devil could seep in. Like, absolutely, the moment stuff don't go our way, the devil will come right in and could play with your mind a little bit. Like, what if, I would have been like, okay, well, no, I don't want to do it. This is a sign, because I was praying about it, and I was like, God, bless this podcast. If it's meant to be, bless this partnership, show up in the midst of it. And despite what happened, I was like still on fire. I was still excited. And I was like, no, this has to be done. And he made a way. He said, okay, you passed that test, so let me go ahead and, let y'all be and be great, because this podcast and this brand is just so, I think it's going to be so impactful, because we are millennials. We are ordinary people with 9 to 5, navigating through life and trying to figure it out. So, and giving y'all our honest truth and how we, going through our life journey. So I do think that God, allowed, tested us in that moment, but he's still going to allow this to happen because we have something to say, and I think we're going to be impactful.
So, absolutely. So life be life, and our tagline is the millennials walk to purpose and freedom. And we know that God was in this, because when we was coming up with that, I asked you, and I was like, yeah, what is that thing? Like, what is your life goal? What is that one thing that resonated with you? And hers is freedom. And I was like, I want freedom too. But the thing that I felt like was nagging, or that one thing I've always prayed and talked about and asked God, I always was like, God, what's my purpose? I just want to know my purpose in life. And so it just clicked. I was like, should be a millennials walk to purpose and freedom, because I feel like once you understand your purpose, then you can obtain freedom, or you can work towards it.
Absolutely. And freedom means to me is just, being free of all things of this world. So I don't want to have any fleshly desires or any attachment to anything of this world. So whether it's money or relationships or alcohol, drugs, or whatever, you can get addicted to or attached to. I don't want that. I want to be attached to God. That's my lifeline. That's my guy.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, I don't want to put anything above him. So that's where freedom comes in, and even financial freedom for me. I just do want to get to a point where all my bills on auto pay. I don't even have to look for the next dollar. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. I've never wanted to do that. And I'm going to get there. So yeah, the ultimate goal for me is purpose and freedom.
Absolutely. And purpose for me is, I'm such an empathic person, and
we're both empaths.
Definitely. But it seemed like throughout our lives, like most time, we always helping other people. And so I feel like I want a life that's purposeful. But then sometimes I get caught up in like, oh, but what does that look like? Even though we live it out every day. It's just how you look at it. And so, when we read our Bible plan with Herbert and her ministry, shout out to Jazz.
Shout out to Jazz.
it really clicked for me. Like purpose in the Bible, like a purpose for everybody, just to, if people who's trying to obtain purpose or want to understand what that is, our number one purpose in life in general is just to be good people. Be good people and be a good contributor to the world, helping others. And so, you are blessed with talents and gifts and things like that. And those are the tools that God has blessed you with in order to reach those people who he's called you to. And so that, just thinking about purpose and life in that aspect, it really just helped me. It helped me out a lot because I'm like, I do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we get so caught up in thinking that purpose is supposed to look real big and you're supposed to go through particular things in life just to be this and that to get certain recognition. First of all, I really don't need no recognition from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Long as God recognize me or
Mm-hmm.
give me those accolades and things like that, that's where I'm most acceptable and proud of what I'm doing in life. But it just makes my everyday, it just gives me a whole different level of peace.
Mm-hmm.
And so with freedom for me, I just want my time. I just want to be able to have the freedom, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
with financial freedom, making sure I'm not worried about my bills getting paid, things like that. But I want to be able to reclaim my time where I can do anything whenever I want to.
Right.
Being able to spend more time with family, friends, or whatever the case may be. And so, sometimes we get caught up in our jobs and things that we're doing that, we lose sight of being able to obtain that freedom. Freedom is definitely something that we can get to. And so one thing, like, nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5. I just had to change my mindset on that, and one thing that my dad always told me, like, when there was a point in time where work just felt so heavy, my mindset was so different at the time. He was like, baby girl, that job is the vault. That's where you're going to make your money. So look at it like that. And once I started looking at it like that, it's been so much peace in my life. I have so much more peace, and then I'm grateful. So please be grateful about that job or anything that you've been called to do, however you make your money and things like that. We have to just be careful, guys, in life, in the words that we speak, making sure we're still being thankful and asking God, to continue to bless us in those areas, because you still gotta make money so you can take care of yourself.
Yeah, and that 9 to 5 in reality is a blessing,
It
because
is.
you could be homeless, you could not have a job and not be able to make ends meet.
Right.
But as long as God is providing you with that way, you always got to be grateful for where you at. Yes, where you at may not look good or you may not feel good or whatever, but at the end of the day, God is still blessing you by giving you another 24 hours, or giving you another opportunity to change your life and do things better too. And one thing I can say, like, if you can make any changes within yourself, is just look inward and see what you need to change too, to kind of make your life a little better too. Because we can help God out. He's just not gonna do all the work. You have to meet him halfway too. So if you can kind of look inward and see, like, okay, he's telling me that I need to do this in order for me to get out this season. I need to make this decision, or I need to break this soul tie, or I need to break this habit. You got to really pay attention and just seek God daily in all that you do, and have him order your steps too, because he will pull you out those seasons, and he will help you along the way.
Absolutely. Now let me clarify. God could be whoever you pray to, but we believe in Jesus Christ. And so don't be discouraged. This podcast is not
the Bible.
We read the Bible. Now, this podcast is not a religious podcast, but we will talk about our God.
Okay.
So we don't want to scare people away. But on this platform, we're just here to share our journeys and our walk in life. And then this platform is not just for us. It's not just for us to just sit here and run our mouth and talk. We want to invite you guys to be a part of our community. Engage. Be a part of our family, So, we want to invite you to be able to be a guest on the show. You can visit our website at www.life, the letter B,
www.life, the letter B,
yes, life-in.com. Y'all forgive me.
Come on.
Right, some wine a little bit. Bottle of wine, if you know what I'm talking about. Yes, life, the letter B, life-in.com. On our website, you can go to the podcast tab, and then you can apply to be a guest on our show, or you could be a guest blogger. And you could also book to work with us to, collaborate and be partners.
Yep. And y'all make sure I'm about to post my blog on there. So make sure you check it out.
Please
It's
do.
real good. It's real deep. It's real relatable.
Yes.
So I hope you guys enjoy. And we do want your feedback too.
Absolutely.
What we call them, our lifelines?
Our lifelines.
Y'all gonna be our lifelines.
Yes.
Okay. We need to hear from y'all. Tell us what you think. We want to hear
Mhm.
your input and ask questions, because again, we are talking about life, our life journey. When we get to later episodes, we are gonna dive into where we are in life.
Absolutely.
And where we're trying to go.
Absolutely. So we just thank you guys for being here with us on this journey. You can follow me on social media at Sanice B. And you can follow Yen
at envy_Yen, ENVY _YEN.
And you can follow the podcast at
LifeBLifeN, so LIFE, letter B,
right,
life-N.
Period. So yeah, thank you guys for coming out, and we'll see you on the next episode.